Does your house look awesome in the daylight and you want it to look just as good at night? Let me show you how easy it is to boost your curb appeal by adding SOFFIT lighting. My name is Trevor and welcome back to another video on Timbercraft Workshop. Let's get into it. There are two common methods for laying out SOFFIT lights. First off is even spacing across the house, but if your house wasn't planned for SOFFIT lights, this can look funny and you'll end up with lights off-centered and shining in your windows. The second method is what I chose, which is to center the lights in the dead spaces beside your windows and doors. For the long side of my house, I used a combo of these two methods, centering it on the window and evenly spacing from there. Here I am laying out where I need to drill the holes. It's super easy, just measure the dead space and divide it by 2. Most people end up centering the lights in the soffit, but I chose to offset them slightly outwards as the LEDs I'm installing have a wide coverage. I was a little worried about using a hole saw on the soffit because if I mess this up, it's not going to be a fun time fixing it. So take it slow and use a fresh hole saw bit. Now I did try scoring the metal first by running the drill backwards, but it honestly really wasn't needed. Just go slow, take your time, and the drill will cut the soffit pretty easily. Good help is hard to find these days, so if you have a buddy to help pull the wires, it's going to save you 1,000 trips up and down the ladder. Having a fish tape will help with this project greatly, but I don't have one, so I improvise and use my chimney sweep rods to push the wire from hole to hole. This was a little tedious at first, but it worked out just fine, as the 14-2 wire just wasn't stiff enough to push it more than a few feet at a time. I was hoping to avoid going into the attic for this project, but I wasn't able to push the wires around this one corner, so up in the attic I go. If you like this video and want to support the channel, please give it a like and smash that subscribe button. I went back into the attic off camera to get the other end of the wire to the light out front of my house. The weather was starting to turn and I ended up stopping for the day once I shoved the chimney rod into the soffit and got everything tucked out of sight for the evening. It was much nicer out the next day and I continued off with more of the same. I drilled my last hole that was laid out from the day before and then continued down the side of the house. This time around I was a little more efficient and drilled the holes as I laid them out. I'm not an electrician, I'm not going to tell you how to wire your house. Make sure you check with your local building codes before attempting any wiring, and if you're not comfortable, to seek help from a professional. These junction boxes will make it pretty foolproof though. Simply secure the wires to the box with a wire clamp. Black to black, white to white, and grounds to grounds. Make sure the box is secured so nothing can be pulled loose. To speed things up, I got some help for this step. I went around the house and wired up all the lights. I haven't mentioned it yet, but I did have a switched outlet already installed in my soffits that I was able to take over to power the lights. This was nice because I didn't have to mess around installing a new switch and tapping into the breaker panel. With all that done, let's see how it turned out. Overall, I'm super happy with how things turned out. It took about 4 hours all said and done and it cost about 250 Canadian for all the materials used. I did hook everything up to some smart switches which are linked below. These allowed me to set the lights on a daily schedule to come on after sunset and slowly dim over a few hours and shut off in the evening. Let me know what you all think down below in the comments. Is this something you'd add to your house in the future? These lights also have a hidden nightlight feature, which is a nice touch when coming home late at night. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.